Good morning, students. So today we'll continue with our fundamentals of Python, and we were just revising the concept of class 11th, whatever the concept we have studied in the 11th in that series. Today we'll also continue with the previous topic, that is the data type. And yesterday uh, we have seen what are the data types exist in the Python language. So today we'll just study a few of them in just details, uh, so that these data types are revised in for your class 12th. So we have seen the names of data type in the previous class. So just we'll go through these. The name of the data types, actually the data types in the Python can be categorized into the two different category. One is the core data type, which are also known as a built-in data types, because it exists in the Python without any package. And these data type were integer, float, complex, string, list, tuple, dictionary, set, and none. And some advanced data types also there, and in order to use these data type you must install an external package uh, into your Python compiler. And these advanced data types are NumPy array, series, and data frame. For NumPy array, as we have discussed, we need to install NumPy package, and for series and data frame we need to install pandas package into the compiler. There is another way to categorize these data type on the basis of the mutability. That means uh, one data type can be updated or not. If it is mutable, that means it can be updated, and if it is immutable, that means its value cannot be changed. So there are mutable data types are integer, float, complex number, boolean number, string, and tuples. And the mutable data type which can be changed, they are the list, dictionary, set, NumPy array, and data frame. So today we'll discuss few of these data type in details. So first data type that we are going to discuss in detail, that is the string. As we have seen that the string is the sequence of character can be written into the single quote or double quote or triple quote. These sequence of characters may be anything. That means the character inside the string may be A to Z, maybe 0 to 9, or any special letters like at the rate, dollars, question mark, exclamatory sign, hash, underscore, etc. Remember one thing, the strings are the case sensitive. That means if you write India in capital letter or India in a small letter, both are different. That means compiler can distinguish into the uppercase and lowercase. Also there is one another thing that you need to remember, that the characters of a string are stored in the contiguous memory location. That means if the letters or the elements of a string is stored side by side. That means if in the India at the rate 2020, if n is stored in one location, so the next letter, which is the D, is stored just beside the n. Another one thing is that you can access these letters separately by using the index. And Python support two types of index: forward index and backward index. The forward index are the positive index, and the backward index are the negative index. You can understand this by this frame. Over here there is a we have declared a string, that is the s equal to India at 2. So the letters or the characters are stored in this manner, that is highlighted into the green color. and it is written INDIA at 2, and the positive index are written to the blue color, and the positive index are started from 0, means the I stored at the position 0 and stored at the position and so on. And in similar manner, the reverse index or backward index, you can read from right to left, that means the 2 of a string is stored at the index -1, at the rate stored at the index -2, a is stored at the rate a is stored at the index -3, and I is stored at the rate I is stored at the index -4, and d is stored at the index -5, and so on up to the -7. There is one another thing that you must remember. uh, it is the immutable data type. That means you cannot update any letters inside the string. So you just look over here. I am just trying to change the S3, that means the I letter with the G, and I have written like that, S in the square bracket 3 and equal to in the single quote G. That means I am trying to store G inside G at the position 3. That means in the place of I, I want to store the G, but compiler will show error because the S is the string and it is the immutable. The thing you need to remember that only mutable data types are the list, dictionary, set, and numpy array and data frame, and all other data type are immutable. That means you cannot change. Our another data type is the list. List is a very simple thing, that is a sequence of letters separated by comma, and you can mix up a different data type into the list. That means you can have a list with mixture of string and numbers and other values. Just remember one thing, each element in the list must be separated by comma, and it must be given in the square bracket. Its element can be modified. You can change the any element of the list. Another thing that you need to remember, it supports the plus operator. That means if you want to add the two lists, you can declare a list L1 and another list L2, and if you write L1 plus L2, it will generate new list with the both with the elements from both lists. The elements of list also can be accessed using the index, as we have seen in the string. So this is the simple example of list. That suppose we have declare a list S 1 2 3 4 5 7 9, and elements are stored in this manner. That is highlighted in the green, and the positive index given in the black color, and in the blue color, and the negative indexes or reverse indexes are given in the red colors. So if you want to change the element S3, that is we are going to change the value of 4, and it will be replaced by 8 if you write S3 equal to 8, and over here compiler will not generate any error. The compiler will change the value of S3, that is a 4, with the 8. Another data types which is also mutable data types, that is the dictionary, and dictionary can be written as D equal to and in the curly braces, and within the curly braces you must give the element of dictionary into the key value pair. That means one key and value represent a single element, and it is unordered set of key value pair. That means you cannot access any element just we have seen in the list or string. There is a dictionary have their own index known as a key. If you want to access any value, you must give a key as a index. And remember one thing, the keys are in the dictionary are unique, but the values as given in 1 2 3 can be repeated. That means suppose we want to add a element with the a as a key and 4 as a value, it cannot be added because a is already exist. But if you want to add the value of d and with the key d and the value 4, it can be added because d as a key not exist in the dictionary. And in order to access any value of dictionary, you must use key as index. And suppose you write d and in the square bracket the key b, it will print 2 because b can be treated as index. And one I am just pointing again that the key in the dictionary cannot be repeated, it must be unique, but the value in the dictionary can be repeated. There are some other key points which also to be learned in order to learn the programming language Python, and we have also seen these points in class 11, so just I am revising that point. So please remember these points. The first point is the comments, and comments are some additional information while writing the program. If you want to give some additional information into the program, you can give, and these additional information are known as the comments. And remember one thing, the comments never get compiled. Compiler of any programming language just ignore the comment, and these comments are the some information. And suppose you have very short lines to write in the program, you can use the single line comment, and single line comment start with the hash sign. And over here I have given example that the hash Python programming language means that is a single line comment. And suppose you have a little bit more information and it cannot be, you cannot put all information in the one line, so you can use the multi-line comment. And multi-line comments are started with the triple quote and ended with also the triple quote. And I have given the 2-line comments over here. And just you notice that the this triple quote start at the starting position and these triple quote at the end position, and in between these triple quote I have given information Python programming language is easy programming. Okay, so this is the 2-line comment, and I have just given into the triple quote. And one another thing that is a very important thing to be remembered for Python programming language, that is the block and indentation. Actually whenever just you want to bind any statement or any multiple statement with any given controlled structure, suppose I want to bind this line print a is larger line with the structure if, so it must be given with the indentation. The indentation is the blank space, that is the blank space just before any statement. That means now the this line print a is larger has been bound with this structure if. So suppose if you have written like this, there is no space before the print line, so it will give error. Okay, so this is the correct way and this is the incorrect way. So remember thing, the indentation must be there in order to aid a block with any given structure. And one another small thing that you must learn, that if you have given any colon are the these two dots, if you give even if you have given any columns, so automatically compiler or your script editor will give you indentation, and automatically the blank space are given before any line, so you no need to worry about that. The compiler take care of it. Another point, that is the assignment of variable. Assignment of variable means giving some value to any variable. Suppose you have declared, or you are declaring any single variable, and you are going to a single value to that value. You just write that variable name at the left hand side, and right hand side you just write the value or any variable name. That means a equal to 10 will give the 10 to variable a. And suppose you want to give a single value to the multiple variable, that means all variable have the same value, so you can use in this way. That is the a equal to b equal to c equal to 10. That means all variable abc will have the same value, which is the 10. And suppose you want to give the different values to the multiple variables, so you may use comma, like a comma b comma c equal to, that is a 10 comma 50 25 comma 50. Over here, after the c the wrongly printed there, after c a comma is wrongly printed there, the comma should not be there, so just don't read that comma that is given after c. Only the two commas is there, that is one after a and another after b. So a b c will have the value, a will have 10, b will have 25, and c will have 50 respectively. Also you can write in this manner, that is a comma b equal to 5 comma a plus c. That means the 5 will be stored inside the a, and b will have the a plus 3. That means the previous value of a is 5, and the 5 plus 3, that is the 8. That means b will have value 8. So student, that's all for today. And also there are some very small and important points all there to remember, to revise. So in next few class also we'll just brush up those points and those concepts. Those seems very small but very important for learning programming language Python. So till then, bye bye.